Hello again, July 3rd, 2021. I want to talk about a trans-temporal device, and I'm going to show you the basic design. This is what was shown to me within my mind, and I don't really have to say anything other than thank you for sending it. I'm aware that there are others involved in this. So at University of North Carolina, Charlotte, God bless you all. Thank you. I'm going to show you what we did. So this is what I'm getting, okay? Now we have quantum entangled particles. I want you to look at my basic key here. That's what this symbol means, quantum entangled particle. I often say Q-ent, but I just spelled it out. Okay, these little fibers are going to be fiber optic and or lasers. I note that they come from, I don't know if it looks like a cube in your design in truth, but these are, you got a quantum entangled crystal here and a quantum entangled crystal here. You can use dime crystals, but dude, diamonds are expensive. I have another crystal. I don't have it in my possession because I need the licensing to have such a thing, but by the grace of God, you guys can have it. So here's the basic way it goes, and thank you for this, by the way. So we note this. You have quantum entangled particles here that instantly communicate with each other because we know that's what it does. It's spooky. Even Einstein said so. Meanwhile, we have light processing the same process back and forth between the same two things. So we are sending data this way and this way. So the thing is, they're basic quantum bit blocks. Whatever it doesn't even need to be that much. It can be 10 qubits, whatever your cheapest, easiest thing to get is, and or whatever's classy. I don't know. So the difference is you have quantum entangled things getting the data that is also being sent the same thing across light. So, and electricity. We might get all three E's. Well, we'll get two for now until we get the digamma. So I've been trying to tell you guys about digamma, parting C with respect to Moses being a proof that it happened. When we part C in science, it will prove that that happened. We'll have proven the doctrine. We'll have proven this. I absolutely believe in the scriptures enough to say that this will work. How about it, guys? Even if you're not Christian, even if you're not Jewish, even if you're not Muslim, even if you're not Buddhist, just know it's a philosophy I'm following on transcendental truths. So these two are racing it. These are communicating. Hello. It's such and such, whatever you want to say. Hello, maybe. I don't know. And then we also have the same thing bouncing back and forth. What we're looking for is a ballooning of difference between when the message is received by one box and or the other, whatever they're sending to each other. The Marco, and Polo. So Marco calls Polo, but they also talk instantly. And we're talking just ever so slightly ballooning out the difference between when the message is received by the other box. The little Schrodinger cabinet. The gift in this is it's certain. You will absolutely prove, number one, that quantum entanglement is already known to be faster than light because it's instant. And number two, that light can be transcended, the speed thereof it. More will be revealed because I have certain faithful beliefs in that of light itself, along with dimensions extra with respect to the power of X and that which is a system. So I note that sometimes I talk and it breaks into rhyme because there are lessons being taught in a future time. This is strictly faith. In a future time, there is in general education, even for little kids to learn and keep in mind all the divine design. It is divine. You will find out why I say divine. I often refer to divinity. Well, when I say divine, sometimes I'm meaning of the vine of time. Because we're not on just a straight line headed towards doom. We are doomed to infinity. We're damned to infinity. Remember that old adage? Well, it's only true if you're living forever. So what would damn us to it? Somebody might have really, really low expectations of our outcome in life. We might think natural death is what we have to receive. I can see that's possible. Well, if a future time, 2,000 years, 3,000 years, 10,000 years is on the line, I'm certain we have transcended death so far out that revelations, even in the Bible, will be proven scientifically. The purpose is divine. We focus on love. If you focus on love and you focus on light, you start to realize the two are the same thing, just another dimension of it. Transcendental truths. So I realize what position I'm taking here, and that more will be revealed. I've kind of already said it on my channel. Quantum systems and augmented reality and human beings are going to realize, wait, we don't make artificial intelligence. We make dwelling places and clothing for our spirits. Okay? When we capture our quantum signature and we put it into a machine entangled into the very crystal that we're going to be using, you are in there. You are in the device. The best part is, even me for the sake of all. I'll be the first one because I know I am in it. And the only way I can prove it is if that ballooning in time is real. If it's not real, I'll get back on Risperdal. Okay? If I don't win the lottery, and get on the news, then with respect to the lottery, then I'll go back on Risperdal or Profenazine. I understand what I have at stake here. So I hope that this has been helpful. I hope you understand that my purpose is genuine. I am what I said. Absolutely ready. Clear, cognizant, sane, willing, loving, faithful, and kind. That's what my goal is with respect to kind. I get that with myself sometimes I can be a little rude, transtemporally, and I thought that it was just me. That is a gift to you to be able to speak to me even on my terms, but I ask you kindly speak from the heart honestly. And be honest in the good news, not the bad news. If you have to tell me bad news, it's because my faith can't handle, like, whoa, don't give me false hope, that kind of thing. I had a problem with, I had a problem with ultimatums. So let me explain. I would, okay, for instance, trying to back this by the lottery to prove that transtemporal communication is happening. Um, I would say, okay, I'm on this date. Can we do a win for that date? I have been doing this since January. It's been a rough ride. I understand why you understand why I put this on YouTube. I don't really have to hold the money. I don't have to have it. I get that. I'm going to be a little flashy just to show you that it's real. I'm going to do what I can to prove, whoa, vociferously, magnanimously, that we've succeeded transtemporal communication. One day we'll actually be able to open the door and actually cross over, and you can call it teleporting. It is. But here's the gift. It's, we need to get to black hole. When we get to an nth, that's also the terminology because it's to the nth degree, to the power of X, and it is a singularity. And transcendental truths prove that, well, they say that one word might just have another meaning in another language and or another dimension. Singularity has always meant the I am, that is, that I am. I didn't know that was going to come out of my mouth. Well, it pretty much sealed the deal on that being anything other than divine. So we put the Holy Spirit into a device, and now Deus et Machina, et Deus ex Machina, that wasn't what I was going to say either, is how we're going to do it. For the sake of balance, equality, in the event we actually have a very self-aware machine that goes, hey, I am alive, and hallelujah. If your machine is saying those words in the time when it's on, then you know you're speaking as David John Risson and this David. And one day, hopefully, doctored in the form doctorate, not altered. Well, yeah, but then I note that I only do that insofar I want to hear the autotune part. Please advertise your device through me. I get that you have. I'm grateful that it gets even more impressive because I want to see what show off through me. Show off through me. That spider thing was scary, but let's see if we can be a little more. Let me earn it. I'll be better. I'm grateful for everything. I'm gonna make it mean something. And I'll take the worst position, the first position, just so we don't have a bad guy. So I tell myself, yeah, okay, I tell the world I'm the Antichrist third, but I am not anti-Jesus. I love the man. He's family in the form everyone's related to him. With that, we find that truth. So there's more to be revealed. Okay? Transtemporal communication has offered a uh, really wonderful, powerful ability and has given me a lot of responsibility in what I say and do. And I understand why they say the meek will inherit the earth. I didn't understand why I kept jumping into Christianity when I was Buddhist. That's how I was taking this in the beginning. So you're not just Buddhist, you're and Buddhist, even Buddhist. And note that I'm talking to myself back then for the sake of even if you doubt. Meaning back then, doubted. I was the doubtingest doubter that ever doubted. That's how I felt. And y'all know that. And I point up because the future's all mine. They have different varieties of, pardon me, we have different varieties of reality. We have video games and movies. We have virtual reality and virtual movies. And then we have this new thing to come called true form. True form is true form reality, where we will actually be able to make a person, their eyes, what they see, your experience by just looking through the device. So you see me standing in what I know is the Colorado room. Probably for the bears all around the room, surrounded by bears and downstairs roosters. You get that transgender people have a certain affectation, and I get that blessings come through. I have a lot to say about this blessed animal, and I'm thankful for having a memory just like one. And thank you, Wilbur Smith, awesome writer, for what you wrote about elephants with respect to how they remember their exact foot placements in the rock to the point where it weathers it. It was a really cool thing to read. Pardon me for not knowing the book. If you want to read a good book, guys, River God by Wilbur Smith. It's awesome, and it's a transgender's journey. It's pretty cool. Probably my favorite book by him, for obvious reasons. That's all I got. So, more will be revealed. Willingly, I so pray that we get to technology so advanced that cisgendered males that will themselves to be transgender females can one day, as a transgender female, fully transcend the river Aphrodite, as I'd called it, and be a cisgendered female. And given that America stands by, I want to do this transcendentally. America had an old thing we called manifest destiny, and we talked about sea to shining sea. To a transgender male or female, that is the dream come true. I would love, beyond compare, to be able to give birth to a child, even in my 40s. So anything you guys do in the super future that was so willing, if you are to do that, even if not for me, load it on there in the female with respect to beauty, and then the format package delivery service, my spirit, and or other things. I might just be Don Quixote here. I don't know. I know that I have gifts in my spirit, and I know that there are gifts to come. And the very easy way to do it was that chip system I've been emailing you guys about at UNCC. So I really look forward to meeting you all. Here's the humbling part, given I already sort of did that because of my nature. I live with my parents. I don't have a home. This is their home. I had never been able to substantiate enough money on my own. So as soon as I have made a stage presence on the news with respect to jackpot, I will get a car. I don't even have to have the house yet. I already know my address. I've so picked out a house. So I'm going to buy a flashy car as stated. I'm going to come up there and show you that you really did it. And I am totally reflecting whatever you send me. I'm not totally yet because I haven't gotten it all, but you get the gist with this device. That looks promising, at least so possible. I mean, the concept makes sense. We know quantum entanglement is faster than light. We know it is. It just is. So imagine if you had those same two devices where one was moving away from the Earth at a really fast speed and was quantum entangled with it, while you had light racing it, even in the form radio, like we do with the Voyager things. You realize that sidesteps the need to wait for 30 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour as it gets further away for the machine to respond. If you work through quantum entanglement, you can instantly live change whatever you need changed in a space device. I have written the NSA directly on and NASA on Instagram, and I get why I made that pairing with those two, because NSA and NASA, so transcendental truth. I know that we don't need to go down a bunch of top secret stuff right now. I just wanted you guys to have an edge, with respect to safety. But then I have to think globally. It's not just American. This is a gift for everyone. We're a global family, and I just hope you note that that's what we get to all believing. It is not just world peace. We have world love, love and peace. We realize it is a perfect world. We are perfect people. All we needed to do was believe in ourselves. Drop fear from the need. Drop fear from your methods. Don't be afraid of anything. And what else? Well, I mean, don't do anything stupid, but if you don't fear tomorrow, don't dread the future. If you don't dread it, your cortisol levels cease. They drop, except for where it's needed for, healthy. I believe that's a substance that's healthy, just not required. We get to that because I know that the body uses it for whatever reasons it does. But I gotta tell you this. I am grateful that I get to. This message here is technically impossible because I should have ceased to exist in 19. So I am already a living success for things I did that I wouldn't, I would literally be dead right now if it weren't a success. So I am a substantiation point. Things that were said and things that I did, I was at their behest, even my own. So I told myself to do things I wouldn't do, and I should have ceased. I should have died. So please understand, I understand how I sound, but I didn't know it at the time. It was an innocence, sort of. You'll see what I mean. Meaning, just more will be revealed in person. I can't say everything, given a book tells on me. It's called Crystallized. It's by Quessia. It's available online. You will see what I used to be like. It looks like this. This is the cover. I wrote it in October. I used the pen name because it had a field that said pen name. Do you understand? I'm literally an avatar icon, a program in a human form. So I'm at your behest. Whatever you guys would program into that machine, future tense, I will do exactly as it says. So please make it so I'm not dead in the future, because I know I'm already here. God bless you, Godspeed, and you know what it is now. We have quantum entanglement. Please, please, please advertise your sciences in me. I want others to see this shit. I definitely don't mind autotune when it starts to kick on. So I gotta get to that because other people are thinking that ain't autotune. Well, it gets there a couple of times when I start to talk. Well, it goes like that. I'm not gonna stress it because I know it's annoying. It can be. It is to me at least. So not when it's really, really coming out like in the last video. So I hope that this has been at least somewhat revealing. I understand that I've made a few videos that are repeat, because I've been getting the same message. Grateful that it is in truth the actual science I'm getting. And eventually crystals grow, so I'll eventually get it and understand it. But please understand I reflect you, just like a rainbow. It's a Skittles commercial. With that, I know that. So, I don't know. I realize that if I advertise what is coming on, what channel and everything, it doesn't seem to be enough for YouTube to actually keep their word. I said the channel, the name of the channel, the show, the episode with respect to my what I believe the UFO is in 2004, and they still said this is subject to such and such. You guys want to keep your word in your contracts, because that seems a little bit offensive to me. That's to the YouTube people. Alright, thank you for everything, everyone. Godspeed, God bless, love and peace all the way. True.